So, hi guys. Hi guys, how are you doing? Today I'm super excited because behind me I made a homemade background. Yes, it's so exciting for me because I'm still not a pro at shooting and it looks like it's coming out right. I'm shooting from my cell phone and I like the lighting so far. Okay, just because I added a white paper behind me, I'm using it as a background. I can't wait for the day when I have a studio, guys. Okay, yes. Okay, so like the title says, this video is about pregnancy, talking about pregnancies and things that are not really spoken about regarding pregnancy. Although I knew some of the things subconsciously or like generally from watching other people, and also just some things think pregnancy is like part of reproduction, and then there's a kind of a small topic in biology, and maybe I'm that curious child that always tries to learn a thing or two about something. So I generally do understand pregnancy. Pregnancy is when a lady falls pregnant, they're gonna give birth to a baby. But after personally going through that journey, I got so much insight. I got exposed to so many things, both good and bad, and I want to talk about those things. If you're not yet a mother, or you haven't, it doesn't matter. Maybe God will bless you. You don't have to worry about a thing. But I hope this video is gonna share a few things. If you're already a mother, you're probably gonna already know the things that I'm talking about, but maybe I'm also just gonna add a bit of my views and my stance on certain things when I watch them happen to me and other people, and then we can have a conversation in the comment section, guys. So because I'm so excited to make this video, because I remember during my pregnancy, especially the early stages, I was online like crazy, googling how to balance my life around pregnancy, because I was very exhausted. Sometimes I didn't even have the energy to get up to do anything, whether it's bath, go to work. I didn't have energy. If you come in my search, because I'm not a computer guru, I don't know how to clear my search. You will find that if you click on YouTube, the first thing that will pop up is the most frequently thing that I've searched, which is now Old MacDonald Had a Farm, who is my son's favorite song. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Okay, and then the second thing was how to balance pregnancy and work, because I felt like it's somewhere on the internet. Yes, it was that hard. People only see the baby, they ask about the baby, but pregnancy itself is a whole process. 9 months if you carry your child to full time. If not, however many months, they are still a long process that is filled with a lot of things. One, just finding out that you're pregnant, whether you've been trying or not, it can come with a lot of emotions. You can be happy, you can be sad, you can be confused, you can even be like panicking, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do with the baby? What am I gonna get the baby? Where will I be able to give them what they need? Because they're gonna depend on me for everything. Like literally, I had a huge amount of emotions and questions in my head, and a lot of fear as well. Like, will I be able to be a good mom? I have a good mom, so I really want to be there for my child. I'm doing my best. That's how I'm doing. I believe every mother out there is doing their very best. Okay, cheers, queen, keep it up. Pregnancy, that's like finding out. That's the first thing you find out you're pregnant. Now what do? These are a lot of things. Some people in the early pregnancy, it's called first trimester, the first 3 months, they go through things like morning sickness, pregnancy sickness. Some are vomiting, some are extremely moody. You must understand there's a lot of hormones that are going on in the woman's body to accommodate this child and all those things. So whatever they are doing and how they are behaving, it's most definitely justifiable. It's hectic, my dear. If you didn't have it difficult, that's okay, but that does not disregard other people's experiences. Yo. And now, sometimes, like, just, there is even these things of cravings, like you're craving the weirdest stuff. Like I was craving omaka. If you remember, you know what that is. I really don't know what it means in English. It's some hard things that grow on some plants at a certain season. Even imagine if I'm craving and they're not in season. Omaka, okomihor. I think in Oshkanama I go molo. I was craving endunga. That is palm fruits, the dry ones. I was craving marula omahuku. It's something that comes from the marula fruit when it's dry and you cut it with an X. Ongongo, and they have it tender. I wanted either ongongo, omaka, ondunga, or mankanjangari. Guys, I'll put in a short insert to see what I was eating. The photos you're gonna see, they're pulled from my phone. Yes, they're pulled from my phone. So it's food that my mother had to send, my friends had to look for. I was even craving omaspangera, boiled horse mackerel, like just boiled. I don't want it fried. My friends, you know yourself. I think Sipora was responsible for this one. I haven't asked for her consent to say her name, but I hope she doesn't mind. And then I was craving omankanjangari. I don't know how many of you know this, but omankanjangari, there are some insects that are found in the kraal at a certain season also. If you're from the village, you probably ate these things. I eat them, whether it's a craving or not, but unfortunately my whole pregnancy I was just craving those food. I call them traditional food because we only eat them at home. You'll find them in few traditional restaurants, but they are so rare. And again, I had a very strong support system. My other friend, Auntie Gertrude, she got me the mankanjangaris. It was hectic, ne? It was a process because those things are rare to find, especially when they are not in season. My mother was there looking for omaka in the forest. Our house is in the village with the forest. On Dunga, my cousin went to find Nemagin. Guys, yeah. Short clip just to show you. I'll put the names in English of what is what. And I ate it, guys. I hope there's even a photo of me eating it so you believe it. Cravings, and those cravings, you saw what I was craving, all the weird stuff. I never even craved pizza, guys. Like, how is that possible? Like, I didn't crave any of this fancy Western food. The girl wanted to go back to the roots. Okay, no problem. But now, mind you, the cravings work like this. At least they work like this for me. I want that thing now. Non-negotiable. If I don't get it, then I'm angry at everyone for, yeah, you could say for no reason, but I'm angry for not getting what I wanted that time. It's a craving. In fact, I forgot. I was even craving omwenge, sugarcane. My friend and her husband, they live that side of Grootfontein, and there are a lot of farms there. So they send the omwenge down here. Grootfontein to Windhoek, it's a long distance, ne? So I'm loved and I was supported and I appreciate that. Yo, guys, this allow me to give a shout out to those people. I hope they are watching, and I've told them this privately, of course, but I just want to tell you, looking back, yo, this was no walk in the park for them. It took a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of even running around to find those things. Yo, I've craved. Imagine, for the past few minutes, I'm just talking about cravings. And mind you, some people are not even fortunate enough to have someone give them these things. Hey, even my partner, hey, He was in trouble. Yeah, I don't have permission to mention a few things, so I will not mention it, but I'm very grateful because the support system was there. And I'm very fortunate for that. You can see that from the smile on my face. I'm remembering this like it was yesterday. So fast forward to other things. Then during pregnancy, a lot can happen. And I felt like pregnancy and COVID just made everything else difficult, because everything else was kind of difficult. There was no freedom of movement just to begin with. Sometimes you just need to go and breathe. There was a lot of lockdown. I wanted my mom for the most part, because that woman as my best friend, and I feel like if I'm around her, all my problem goes away. But she was locked down in the north. I was locked down in Windhoek. I think the first lockdown didn't affect us that much. It only started at the coast town. But what if about someone that is in the coast, But I was in Windhoek. Anyways, lockdown, COVID, even restriction to just go to the hospital. You also, when you're pregnant, they said we are part of the vulnerable category. Yeah, I'll do a tag on working from home due to COVID, because I am part of the vulnerable category. Moms, new moms, or breastfeeding moms, or lactating moms, expecting moms, what else, other people with underlying health conditions and those things, vulnerable. So you were excluded. There was I think the state of emergency that allowed or provided for those people, including myself and other wonderful women out there, to stay at home or work from home. Or if you don't work, you just really be cautious about where you are. And the usual thing of hugging people, and what kind of went away, it's keep a distance. I lost someone through that process, because I was so scared of what could happen to me and my baby, and I refused to hug someone. And I said, look, we don't live under the same household, so you are somebody from outside. I'm not comfortable hugging you, because I don't know where you have been. I was very careful, and I think anyone should have, whether you're pregnant or not. The person took it offense. Apparently I don't want their hug, but I said, look, it's a public place. I'm not hugging people. Yeah. COVID came with its own things. I know it's not the tradition, but I was so damn convinced that I'm not doing anything that the law said shouldn't be done, or what the World Health Organization figured could increase your risk of getting infected. Fine. Pregnancy comes with a lot of changes, emotionally and physically mostly. Yeah? Like for me, I think if you've been following me, I was very small. 2019, my pregnancy 2020, I became like 5 times my size. I think you have seen the photos on the channel. I'm not gonna put them up, but I was literally like maybe 5 times the size now. That is a foreign thing, and how each woman decides to deal with it is absolutely up to them. But then it depends on what type of person they are and how they accept change. Like for me, this change was just too dramatic. I didn't take it well. I was really first of all, I was very confused, like what's happening. Because it's my first baby, I don't know what's going on there. I've seen people get pregnant and get babies. I just never seen tremendous changes like this. And I gained a lot of weight. I gained more than 40 kilograms just from being pregnant. And it worsened because I was operated. I had a Caesar. So what that means is, and my water never broke. So I had fluid retention, like fluids that never came out. I think when somebody's water breaks, the water is supposed to come out, but my water never broke. So it stayed there, and it made my body swell again. So on top of weight, fluid retention, guys, it was all kinds of traumatizing. The physical changes were severe. Even the weight actually brought health problems. I started having a lot of back pain, a lot of pains, a lot everywhere. And the doctors explained that it's because my body is not used to supporting this much weight. So it's only normal that it reacts that way. And I'm sure there's plenty of women that have experienced this. And then the body shaming. Yeah? You get shamed for carrying life. It's a very delicate process. Very, very delicate, that not everyone even get a chance to do it. So I find it is a blessing. But it's like people do not know where things are supposed to be said and not be said. I made actually a video in Oshwambo that I said I'm not going to explain it because it's just going to dilute the meaning. There's no exact translation in English. Like, you just don't say something and you say it. Like, really filter things. Like, I'll be very shocked if you meet anyone, whether they're pregnant or not, because now I'm talking about pregnancy, that they don't know how they look. It will be a shocker if you're the one that discovered that. I doubt so. Those people stand in front of mirrors. Sometimes they actually lose the confidence to stand in front of mirrors. So you coming out and pointing out a flaw or something you think is wrong, or you think they must do something about, is all kinds of insensitive and very unnecessary. Okay? So during pregnancy, there's a lot going on. If you can be kind, please be kind. And I think everybody can be kind. You lose absolutely nothing from being kind. Body shaming people and calling them all these names, it's just not cute, guys. So I guess from watching up until now, you realize that there's really a lot of dynamics around pregnancy, being pregnant. Not everyone will go through physical changes, but if they go through them, you do not have to be the one going around telling people to watch their figure. Birth, pregnancy is a natural process that no one can halt. No one can have a mechanical impact on it. How a body reacts, absolutely up to the body, not the people watching it, not even the person living in it. I cannot tell my body to stop gaining weight. Even if I change what I eat, sometimes it has nothing to do with food. Yes, I advocate for healthy living. I'm a wellness coach. I can coach you. But outside of that, there are other factors that are just the reality. There are people that even go on the other side because it's in their genes. Everyone in their family does those things. Their family history and all those things. You'll find that, yeah, a lot of things, man. And pregnancy is hard, guys. Yes, there are people that has easy pregnancies, but just keep in mind it's not also everybody. And even if it's easy, you don't have to go out of your way, because I feel like people really go out of their way trying to make points that are really unnecessary, like weight comments and all those things. It's not necessary. If anything, you should try to be helpful. See how you can help them. Like, I have a whole team of helpful people, and then I meet unhelpful people outside there. They feel like I'm not beautiful enough for them, I'm not sexy enough for them. They even make all kinds of threats like your body, the men will leave you because you are too fat. Like, guys, I hear a lot of things. So when I speak about something, it's not just like I'm just making up stuff. No, these are things that happen to people. And if someone is watching that has gone through this, they can actually attest to this. So guys, be kind. It helps a lot. Have a happy mother. Happy mother equal to happy baby. Now that's pregnancy. There's so much. You have to go to antenatal classes like Omathuro. Not even everyone will have the money to just go. In the government, these things are free. If you have medical aid, most medical aids also make allocation for this. But sometimes even to get there is difficult, because, for example, I remember my last trimester was hard. I was extremely huge. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even stand. People were telling me all kinds of things. Exercise, what, because the birth was going to be easier if you exercise. Yes, you can exercise if you can, and if you have energy. You're already carrying someone inside you. It's physically heavy, and also it affects your whole energy levels. Some people can maintain their good energy level, but mine were really low. The last semester, I personally couldn't even stand, so let alone exercise. I couldn't stand. I had to crawl. I had to crawl. So there's really a lot, and we can talk about this all day, every day. I just, try to be helpful. Stop looking for faults in people. There's so much going on, If you're doing positive, thumbs up for you. But if you're adding to the problem the person already have, don't do it. Okay? I'm not saying pregnancy is a problem. I'm saying there are background problems there. Pregnancy alone is a huge responsibility. It comes with a lot. It requires a lot out of a person, okay? So let's get that straight. I'm not saying pregnancy is a problem. I'm just saying there is a lot of things that pregnant people face. And it doesn't end there. When you go through delivery, there is a huge number of women, I will not give you the statistics, you are more than free to check it up, that die during childbirth, whether they're giving birth naturally or a cesarean, which is an operation, they cut out the baby, for so many reasons. There are a lot of reasons for that. So now, the thing, you must put those people in your prayers and pray for the best, because we have mothers that have never met their children, or children that never met their mothers, because one of them died in labor. Sometimes even both of them die in labor. So birth is not a joke. It's not something you throw tantrums around. It's also not something you keep going on and poking. Sometimes you ask too many unnecessary questions. When is the baby coming? What is the gender? But sometimes if you are not close enough for the person to share that information, then just leave, because these are sensitive information. People are trying to protect themselves and their small beings. Because let me give you a typical example. You want to know so much, even asking someone if they're pregnant. A lot of people are trying to fall pregnant, which forms a very good part of pregnancy. Some people are infertile. Some people are having other problems. You get, what is this, they call them some developments on their fallopian tubes that prevent conception. A lot of things, man. A lot of things. These are sensitive topics. I'm only talking about it because I really feel like there's not enough conversation about it. People just think you fall pregnant, a baby comes, then you start running around telling people that this is the baby. We also have people that have miscarried their children, and they leave they are always relieving that. There's no getting over that. It's a very, very unfortunate and difficult thing for anyone to go through. So when someone finds themselves that, okay, they are now blessed enough to reach full term, the first thing is not to inform everyone. So don't be poking around. If they want you to know, trust me, they'll tell you. For example, the first thing I had to inform my mother, you now have a grandchild. That is someone very important to me. And everyone else important and that was present during the journey gets to know. But you, off a social media post, have no business approaching me or any woman to ask about their fertility, where the child is, the photos, what. No, guys. It's really not necessary. And, there's a lot, man. I could talk about this topic for a very long time, but I just want you to know physical changes. I know they're the first thing that stand out when they happen. If they don't happen, it's also okay. And I have one thing that is really important. It's women that have gone through this, have suffered this, and still go to extreme lengths of making other women feel bad about themselves during this hard time. I just spoke about people losing children in child labor and whatnot. Like for me, the experience was scary. When you go to the hospital for your antenatal, they monitor the baby, the position of the baby, how the baby is growing and whatnot, But then they tell you, no, you are going to give birth naturally, depending on whether your health condition or, how they are seeing everything else. They are experts, they know what they decide on that. If you are unable to deliver normally, then you go for an operation. They could be health considerate. They can say maybe the mother's life is in danger or the child's life is in danger, so we deliver, sometimes even prematurely. And premature baby require a lot more, a lot of care, a lot of sometimes even delicate medical care to make sure they are now grown. You see, I'm getting chills just talking about this, because now I had to be wheeled into an operation room as an emergency. They said it's a matter of life and death. If you want to go home with a live baby, it was at night. The doctor had to be called. It's a pure emergency. You understand emergency? Like, this operation makes the difference between life and death. Now you are just there, blowing up my phone, asking all the irrelevant questions. And this happens to a lot of mothers. I just gathered the courage to speak about it. Yeah? So these are things, let's not do that. It's not okay. And then, oh man, yeah, like, you get it. There's so much about pregnancy, childbirth that goes in than just you wanting to know, did she okwamita, did she get pregnant, who's the father, where's the father, are they still together? Guys, all the unnecessary question is she okay? Does she have everything she needs? Does she have a hospital bag? Does she have all the basics like diapers, things for the baby? No, you are not making that kind of contribution. And if you are not, just bow out. There, no offense intended, just buy out. Because honestly, man, guys, there's a lot. I feel like I'm gonna leave a lot of details out, but yeah, it's hectic, ne? Not that a baby is a hectic thing to have. I'm just saying it's hectic. It's a hectic process. Having people around that just have so much to say, or yeah, they usually have a lot to say that is not productive or helping you in any way. So guys, let's be kind. Let's be supportive. If you have family and friends that are going through this, you now know that you need to be helpful, not just asking the wrong question, yeah, or throwing a lot of words. I've met people that are, going on about if you give birth within a marriage, then it's a blessing. If you give birth outside a marriage, then it's a bastard child. You are a B word, guys. I know. I will not say it on camera. I think if you have humble, you have heard relating to okukumbonduda, those ugly words that existed back in the days. I'm Oshindonga, and in the Oshindonga tradition, there are punishments if you insult someone. Like, I think even this one, calling someone that B word, qualifies as an insult. So by traditional authority, you can be charged and punished. How did I get lost in this talk of pregnancy to coming to even the punishments and whatnot? Yeah, pregnancy, there's a lot to it. You get it? It's been a couple of minutes, a lot of minutes, just me talking about it. It was good talking about it. A lot of emotions flooding back from remembering. I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. I thank God for the blessing. It's an experience, even just being a mother. But shout out to the mothers to be, mothers that are praying for this kind of blessing. And see you guys next time. That was all from me.